Today I'm going to spend $995 of my own money buying Iman Gadzhi Educate course. So basically there's 3 courses inside it and I'm going to test them all. And the reason this video is different is because I'm going to try them all and I'm going to tell you my honest opinion. I'm not affiliated. I'm not trying to make money out of Iman Gadzhi course. So you're going to know the exact detail in order for you to make a decision for yourself, whether it's valuable for you or not. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you a better strategy to make money right now in 2023, better than SMMA that you can apply and nobody's talking about it. And it's personally right now making me $40,000 a month. So buckle up because I'm going to show you some very important information that you cannot afford to ignore. So I just bought the course, and inside Educate, the first course is the 6-figure sales rep. So the 6-figure sales rep is basically, the goal of it is they teach you how to become a high-tech closer. So they're explaining what a high-tech closer is, what's the opportunities, what's the doors that's that going to open for you, how much money you can be making by being a high-ticket closer. So basically the 6-figure sales rep course is divided on 6 phases. So each phase is loaded with videos. So when I decided to check the first couple videos to get like initial taste of it, I found that most of them are just pretty basic. I was really patient to see if there's some practical advice that I can take and actually make money. I found nothing within the first video. So I'm just going to continue and see if I'm wrong. And outside the course sections inside Educate, there is a monk mode section. And for this monk mode section, you can track your sleep, you can track your meditation, you can track your habits, right? We all agree that's a fancy add-on. That might be interesting for some people, but for me, right? I know basically 90% of the time they're adding those add-ons features just because their core value product is lacking. I don't know. I don't want to judge Iman Gadzhi product right now, but let's see. So something I want to point out, the looks of the course is smooth. The design is smooth. The editing is high quality. But again, I don't judge a book by its cover. I came here for information, not for the looks. So I continued watching the first course, 6-figure sales rep, now through the second phase, which is the iron bowl close. And what I found is like all the information are repetitive, right? Again, talking about what's high ticket sales is, how you can make money from it. It just, you know, Iman is such a good talker, man. He can say the same things over and over again without sounding like it for over an hour. I mean, that's a good skill to have, right? But, you know, you cannot bullshit me. I can smell in the air. I can see that it's the same thing over and over. And I go over to the sales ecosystem and it's, again, the same thing. Over the 4th section, which is the million duel, I mean, it's a little bit better. He covers some little bit more information that you can take, but it's all fancy and there is nothing to show for. There is no information that you can take to materialize. Okay? Maybe because, I'm taking this not as a newbie. I'm an expert, made $1 million in sales. Maybe I'm seeing this too beginner for me, but maybe you're just a beginner. Maybe it's good for you. But so for now, I think I'll pass on this first course, 6-figure sales rep. Let's see if the second course, which is Pen to Profit, copywriting course, is much different. So Pen to Profit, again, inside a lot of theoretical videos, a lot of ways about copywriting, how you can make money from copywriting, how you can go from 0 to 10K from copywriting, all those gurus language. Yeah, it is. But is there any practical advice? Is there any script that you can learn from? Is there any copywriting example? Is there any something that you can do as an example to role play in copywriting? No, it doesn't exist. Theoretical information, bro, I would find them on YouTube, right? So yeah, again, disappointed from copywriting. I don't see the value from it. Again, if you're a beginner and have a lot of money in your hand, then spend your money on this course. Yeah, maybe you can kind of, get some information, but I would rather watch YouTube if I'm smart. So that's why I'm telling you guys, hey, if you're a beginner, if you're broke, if you're smart, you can make money. But stop listening to those gurus who's their job. They're literally making money only by teaching you how to do this stuff. Is Iman running an agency right now? No. Is Iman making money by doing copywriting right now? No, he doesn't. Yeah, he come and teach you how to do copywriting. It's very, it's very easy to teach stuff. It's very hard to actually apply those stuff that you teach, right? So that's why I'm telling you guys, look, try to find someone who's not famous. Who's not really famous, but for sure there is proofs that this person is making literally a lot of money from copywriting. I would rather pay this guy 3 times what I would pay Iman, and I would work with this guy because this guy I can see firsthand what he's doing. I can learn, being in the game with him, like being in the field, right? Not just theoretical information. And that's what I believe. And at the end of the video, as I said, I'm going to give you some practical information that you can take and make millions of dollars in 2023. Opportunity that no one is talking about. And it's when you're going to hear it, that's so easy, but nobody's doing it. Now, the next course, my brother's, is Agency Navigator. And Agency Navigator, basically, it was up back a couple years ago, and I bought it for $3,000 myself, $3,000. Since then, the price dropped down to $1,500, and yet right now it's with an Educate. So, whatever. I can tell you my exact opinion about Agency Navigator, even if it's been upgraded right now in Educate. But I've taken this course a couple years ago before I got into business, before I started actually making real money. And the Agency Navigator is a very good course. I started with that when I was a newbie. Again, to be fair on Iman Gadzhi, the other two courses tend to profit and six-figure sales rep, complete bullshit. Straight to the point, period. But this one, Agency Navigator, you can take it if you are not short of money. You can take it if you actually have a lot of money on the side. And investing $1,000 will not hurt you. And then in this case, yeah, go out there and invest in it. But if you don't have a lot of money, you just have like $2,000, $3,000 or $1,000 that you're gonna invest as your last money, I would rather watch some information on YouTube about client acquisition, how to get into this MMA. There's a lot of YouTubers right now, Serge Katari, Same Higuera, Kai Bax, all those YouTubers. There's a lot of information about this MMA. It's not like when I was just trying out a few years ago. There's very few information on the internet, but right now there's a lot. There's an abundance of videos on the internet, so you can actually go out there on YouTube and watch them, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for that, right? But again, if you have $1,000 ready to invest, you're a newbie, it will definitely help you, because Iman Gadzhi shows you a lot of stuff. Example, he speak about outreach. I mean, how you can do outreach to get clients. A lot of outreach methods: Instagram, LinkedIn, emails. He speak about how he sends cold emails. Also, he speaks about something very important, which is pricing, and how to price your services. Because if you want to price your services for local business, right, for a plumbing company, it's very different to pricing your service for an e-commerce brand, which is an online business, because an online business can scale to the roof. For a plumbing company, they cannot scale past a certain level. For an e-commerce brand, as much as sales you can bring, it's perfect. So you should take that into consideration. He speaks about a lot of pricing, how you can price, ROI, because on e-commerce you can price your services on retainer plus ROI, taxation, all of that. And what I really like inside the course, he actually goes in depth into media buying. So he shows you how he actually run Facebook ads. So even if you have never touched Facebook ads before in your life, he teaches you step by step. So if you don't want to hire a media buyer, you can learn Facebook ads yourself, like how you can set up Facebook ads for a social media marketing agency. So yeah, I would say my final 2 cents on this Agency Navigator thing, right? So you make a decision for yourself. If you're a newbie, take it. It's a very good, solid foundation. If you're a newbie and don't have enough money, go watch YouTube, period, right? Don't think about other stuff. There's about 4,000 to 5,000 students inside the Agency Navigator, but the problem here is that there is 5 coaches to handle all those 5,000 students. So again, because before you buy the course, they say, we're going to give you one-on-one support. I would doubt that, because how can 5 coaches help 5,000 students? That's a very important question. Second thing is, there is weekly, they said they have like 10 to 15 weekly coaching calls that you can join and ask coaches questions to help you with your journey. Now, let me tell you something. There is another course for the real world that I covered in my last video. And this course is $50. It's by Andrew Tate. I've put myself to the test, and I've tested, and I made thousands of dollars from it. You can see all the previous last video. Now, let me tell you why I think this course is better for beginners than Iman Gadzhi. Now, let me tell you why. First, it's because of the cost. Paying $50 a month is pretty achievable for so many. I mean, you can go work for a day and make $50, even if you're broke. You can ask your mom for $50. If you ask your mom for $1,000, she's not going to give you. Jokes aside, it's cheaper. But there's another reason. There's about 18 different ways of making money inside the real world. You can go out there, you can choose, all right, I want to go with affiliate marketing. No, or I would rather go with copywriting. I'll go freelance, crypto course, stock. You can choose whatever money of making money online that you want to pursue. And you have the freedom and flexibility. For example, you start with freelancing and you see that didn't work out for you, you can change to crypto. So So you're pretty flexible and you're not going to hurt your bank account. If you want to see in-depth review of each of those side hustles from the real world, go check my last video. And I'll leave the link below the video in the description so you can buy the real word and not get scammed by all the real world links in Google if you type it exactly in Google. And also, to keep it 100% transparent, if you buy through my link, I'll get small bucks from it. But guess what? Small bucks is not gonna make me rich or something. If you buy through the link as a bonus, you can reach out to me through Instagram, only people that buy through my link. And if you have any questions inside the real world, if you struggle with anything, just let me know, I'll help you out. Now, let me tell you how I took the information from agency Navigator and Iman Gadzhi style of making business in SMMA and applied it with a little bit of twist of mine, a little bit of twist of my own experience, and made $2,500 in 2 days. So if you watch this video, it's going to be here somewhere. So basically what I've done, I'm out there trying to build an SMMA for SEO and Google Ads. The reason I've done that is because SEO and Google Ads are services that business need for survival. They're not luxury, like short form content or something that you need to sell them in need of. They already know that they need those services. So you just need to be able to pursue them, that you're the one that you need to choose to deliver the service to them. So that's why I've decided to choose those services as a skill. There are survival skills, like I like to call them. After choosing the skill that we decided to provide, we decided to work with local businesses. The reason, again, I want to work with local businesses is because local business is very easy to persuade them to do business with you. Most of the time, they're old folks. They don't know about marketing, online, social media. So they're not going to ask you a lot of qualification questions to see if you're an expert or not. Even if you work with a big corporation, a big online e-commerce brand, they can smell it in the air if you're a beginner. See where I'm going? So if you're a beginner, you want to start out, you're not going to make a lot of money with local business. Basically, the retainers go from $1,000 to $3,000, maybe $4,000 if you're lucky. Those are small retainers, but you can test them out and you can start making some money and actually add in some experience to your portfolio. So after deciding I want to work with local businesses, what I've done is I found a very good tool. I don't want to cold call myself because I don't have time. Hire an agency which makes $40,000 a month. And I don't say that to brag, just simply say I work about 10, 11 hours a day. And I simply very hard squeeze out this, little bit of time to make those videos for you guys. So I have a cold caller friend that been cold calling me for a while. He works in commission. I developed this relationship with him because, if you bring me a good lead, I can sell it. I can pretty much sell it. And I'm a good closer myself. So I hired him and said, hey, give him a list of local businesses that he can cold call. And pretty much within a day, he bring me a lot of leads, which are interested. I had a conversation with one of those leads. Basically, on the first video, you can find me even talking with one of those clients that, shared all the proofs there. So yeah, that's pretty much applying a little bit of agency sales Navigator with a little bit of twist of mind. So again, any information online, don't take it as an holy book. It's information. You need to use it. But if you think there is something that need to change or add a little bit of twist or change a little bit on this scenario, just do it. All right. A lot of people just think, all right, you just need to walk by the book of those information. That's not the case. Basically, just add a little bit of twist, and that's how you can actually grab opportunities and not limit yourself by applying only the information that you've learned. You got what I mean? So here's the final section, the final bonus that I said I'm going to share with you guys, where if you follow this, I'm sure you're going to make a lot of money. All right. This is not unheard of. There's not a lot of viewers that talk about this, but listen to me. If you're broke right now, if you don't have a lot of money, if you just scratching by, what you need to do is, first of all, learn client acquisition. So what are you going to start with? I'm going to give you practical advice. I'm not going to give you like those theoretical advice like Iman Gadzhi and all those bullshitters going to say. Practical advice. Learn LinkedIn, learn Instagram outreach, learn Facebook outreach, learn funnels, learn email outreach. And what are you going to start with? You're going to start by listening to this guy, this YouTuber, Preston Fox, whatever his name is. I'm not affiliated with him. I don't know him. I learned a lot from this guy. He's brand new and he's killing it. If you listen to him, you're going to know a lot of outreach methods. So start absorbing all the free information this guy says, okay? Because they give you the tactics on outreach, LinkedIn, email, and everything. Once you get the outreach covered, the next step is you need to understand, you need to be smooth on the phone. You need to be smooth talking to people. You need to be smooth talker. If you speak to people, say, but I don't know. Yeah, people not trust you, right? You have to sound confident. That's number one. So try to be smooth talker. I don't know, talk a lot, whatever you got to do to be a smooth talker, and then start learning sales. So basically, sales, don't complicate in your mind, just talking to people. So instead of buying those expensive courses about sales and buying coaches and all of that, what you can do for free, go to YouTube, do live sales calls. What you can do when live sales calls is just start listening to them. So instead of listening to music, whatever bullshit you listen to every day, listen to live sales calls on the gym, wherever you go. When you listen to those live sales calls, what's going to happen is you're going to start getting patterns and seeing, all right, I've seen this guy done there. All right, this is the same thing on this sales call. Oh, this is the same thing on that sales call. And your mind going to start absorbing those patterns inside the live sales calls that you're listening to. And you're going to learn a lot from that, all those theoretical bullshit advice from a course. You feel confident in your sales capabilities. And what are you going to do? Just like start role play with a couple of your friends. Start role play with yourself in the mirror. Just like imagine you're talking to prospect. Yes, the prospect, give you some hard objections, how you can convince them to buy from you and all that. Try to role play with yourself. Once you do that, the third step is find businesses where, for example, software. Let's say, for example, let me tell you what I've done. I found the software business are not making a lot of money. Let's say like between 3, 5, 10 grand, right? For software, it's nothing. So software business not making a lot of money. We're going to come out there and we're going to make sure that the owner of the software lack marketing skills. So the owner basically just started the software and he made this little bit of money by accident. He doesn't know how to actually take his software to the next level. So when you're going to come, you're going to present yourself. You're going to see, all right, I see an opportunity in your software. And what you can do is I can help you do client acquisition. Before, make sure the software has high profit margins, because then you're going to ask 50% profit margin. So the owner is going to be very happy because you're bringing new income to the table and basically paying yourself. Okay, if the software is making 10 grand and then you transfer the software 50 grand a month, you brought 40 grand more to the table, meaning you can walk out with 20 grand a month yourself. And you're going to tell me, I'm going to tell you why this is better opportunity than this MMA. This is better an opportunity than Shopify Dropship. This is a better opportunity than anything you can first, you learn high skills. Second, you're part of a business that is not easy to copy. If you're starting this MMA, anyone can start this MMA tomorrow and pitch your client the same service that you pitched them. Drop service, heck, anyone can start drop service and get someone from Fiverr to deliver the service. And, it takes me 2 seconds to copy your framework, your business model. A business model that is very easy to copy. This is something that a lot of people say to you. It's not a very good business model. But if you can actually join a business model that is not very high, that have high standards, the software, which you can join, basically. If you know how to do client acquisition and sales, you can join and be part of this business as not a founder, as not someone who invests a lot of money in the business, but as someone who's going to bring clients and do client acquisition, because that is a skill that every business needs, okay? I'm just giving you examples of the software because this is, the businesses that I like to work with most, because they have high profit margin. We can follow any. It's basically it, right? Client acquisition, sales, let's identify high opportunities, good businesses that lack marketing, and scale them with the founder and be part of this business. That's it. You can become a millionaire, period.